Well, good morning there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome again to OVW Overdrive.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm trying to reach that New Orleans audience there, Mr. Kennison.
We don't even air in New Orleans. This is a Louisville.
Well, sure we do, on yamtube.com.
Yamtubes, this is the thing. What in Creole crap are you doing here? Look, guys, we have obviously some things to discuss at the top of the show, but we have a great show for you coming up. So we're going to go ahead and get straight into the action. We have Legacy of Brutality's Big Zo and Hy Zaya. Stop it. Versus KTD and the big Chicago Bearhug, Steve Michaels. Let's go ringside with Man, Beast, and Bruce.
Now, y'all come back now, you hear?
Why are you doing this to me?
What do you mean? It's just, I'm doing a thing.
Leghorn in here, man.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first to the ring, accompanied by the East End villain Josh Ashcraft. This is the Legacy of Brutality.
Oh my goodness, welcome to Overdrive. Bruce Snyder on commentary, soon to be joined by our ring announcer, Dr. Ted McNailer. Entering the ring in just a little bit, the LOB, the Legacy of Brutality. 4 members strong with a devious, nasty manager. Josh Ashcraft up front, there you see him. And there you see the 4 members of the Legacy of Brutality. Hy Zaya, Bradley, Zo, and Cash Flow. This match will have Zo and Hy Zaya in it, but really, any combination of these guys, just brutal. They have not only taken OVW by storm, but they've made it their own. A lot of teams lining up to try and stop these guys, including our next combination.
And their opponents,
back up to the ring.
The team of KTD and Steve Michaels.
And now a team that has been red hot of late, KTD and Steve Michaels. KTD, if this is the first time you're seeing him, he is the smaller flyer of the group. Steve Michaels, the larger guy, the bulk, the muscle. But I'll tell you, it's gonna be hard because these two are up against not 2 others, but as many as 5 others, because where you see one Legacy of Brutality, you see the entire LOB.
That's right, as we start your Saturday morning off here with OVW Overdrive. What a great tag team match we're kicking things off with today.
Absolutely. Zo and Hy Zaya, double tough. If this is your first time joining us, we really appreciate you making us a part of your Saturday. Zo is the man out of the ring right now. Hy Zaya is the one in the ring.
There ain't no more games. Show this punk what's happening.
Cash Flow and Jay Bradley on the outside, along with the manager of this group, Josh Ashcraft, the East End villain. All right, so we've got, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Doc.
Never underestimate the group tendencies of the Legacy Brutality or the ability to use group warfare in the match.
You know, the thing is, they're not just have a strength in numbers. They know how to use it. In other words, they're a well-oiled machine. It's not just them out there just sort of bumping around.
Oh, no. Each of them have their own roles. One person distracts the referee. The other comes in, hits the other guy. Then the other guy goes for the pin. And they have it all worked out, Bruce. How can you beat them?
Well, that's something the entire locker room is asking.
I might have spoken too soon. Maybe KTD has LOB's kryptonite, if you will.
Well, we should say KTD and Steve Michaels have tagged a lot of late and have been very successful.
That's right. It appears they've made up since the Nightmare Rumble when we saw Steve Michaels, the proverbial, I've heard of KTD say he's his little cousin, threw KTD out of the Nightmare Rumble.
You know, the Nightmare Rumble was something special, but now it's business as usual again. Back to business.
Whoa.
And a good combination right there.
I don't even know what I just saw.
What you saw is Hy Zaya struggling a little bit. And Hy Zaya's in the wrong part of town, but he's able to get out. And now the 2 behemoths, Steve Michaels and Zo. And they smash into each other.
Zo wasted no time. Oh, we're going to at least
Zo
have a
again.
face-off. Oh, man.
Both of these guys passing 300 bills. Steve Michaels is someone to be watched. Still
You
a
can't miss
relative
him.
newcomer. Good point. Look how
Whoa.
strong he is, picking up the Big Zo and smashing him down.
With relative ease.
As a mastermind, as someone who's wrestled, as a former manager, hold
on. Wow.
What is it going to take to beat the LOB?
It's going to take an answer to the numbers game. I can tell you that much, and I don't know.
Oh, and that's exactly what you were talking about. Hy Zaya sneaking up from behind, and Steve Michael being double teamed by the other two members. Cash Flow has him right now.
Uh-oh.
And now Zo has KTD, has him up in a very vulnerable position.
Nice tag team combination right
And
there.
Zo
with
is
the
the
pinfall.
legal man, and that's it. And the numbers game once again getting the best of
Here
them.
are your winners, Zo and Hy Zaya, the Legacy of Brutality.
And now KTD being thrown out by Hy Zaya. Hy Zaya trying to fight his way. It's impossible. He's in there with
Come
five.
on now. Oh, hey.
Hy Zaya doesn't talk a lot, but when he does, his message comes through loud and
I
clear.
have no qualm with any of the LOB. I want that to be said right here, right now.
Nor would you want to. These guys
No, I
are
don't.
dangerous.
Whatever I did, I apologize.
Hy
There
Zaya,
you have it. Dangerous men. The Legacy of Brutality continue their reign.
and that danger and that psychological warfare makes them even more impossible to deal with because of their size. The LOB victorious once again.
The reign of terror continues, but the reign of wrestling comes up. We have more great action coming your way. Don't you dare go away.
Even for a second.
All right, Cajun, do you have this out of your system?
Well,
there?
Bryan Kennison, that legacy of brutality was madder than a bee in the bonnet.
I'm gonna burn the entire
I
stage.
do declare, Bryan.
I'm gonna burn
That
Louisiana to the ground. It should have.
hurt.
It should
I'm hurt.
have. You know what? You know what else hurt? That loss that KTD and Steve Michaels just had against the LOB, Hy Zaya and Big Zo. You deserved that, and you know you did.
But they were madder than a bee in a bonnet.
I swear to God, I'm gonna burn this whole building down. All right, incredible match. Lots of fun on this one. But if I'm saying it myself, I think LOB is more focused than ever right now. Josh Ashcraft has these boys in a dangerous way. If I do declare, I'm leaning into it now. I know, I've ruined it
I have
all.
to slap you.
They're dangerous. Josh has these boys focused. Cash is in the #1 contendership for the OVW Heavyweight Championship. These boys are focused and dangerous. And what else is dangerous is doing that thing in front of you. I don't know why I did it. That was my mistake, and I won't do it again.
Your tiny little hands actually hurt. I can't
They're
believe it.
sharp is what it is. It's sharp ridges. But speaking of sharp, we have an incredible show coming up for you this morning. We have 2 events that are exclusive to OVW Overdrive. We got Tony Bizo facing off against Luscious Lawrence in a very good-looking match, if I do so say myself.
It's going to be a nice, sexy match.
And then we also have a 4-way Rush Division match between the Nephilim.
Bless you.
His name is so hard to say. D'Mone Solavino, William Lutz, Chace of Chace and Nigel, and my personal favorite to actually win that match. I forgot his name.
Dusty Gold.
There he is.
How much of a favorite is he? You can't even...
You know, to be fair,
Guys.
Dusty is new. Dusty is new. We've just met him a few
So is
times.
Bryan.
But he's got a ton of potential, and that's why I was looking forward to him in this match, even though I couldn't remember his name there for a second. It happens. I've had a very long day.
It doesn't
But
happen.
That on top of everything else, we have a sit-down interview with the hard-hearted Hispanic himself, Steve's best friend, Drew Hernandez. You're not going to want to miss a second of this episode of OVW Overdrive, so we will see you after the break.
I wish I had friends.
You have at least one, half of one.
Well, you just slap me.
Wrestling, a love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand, a brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. 2 entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. From counting the lights in your local armory to main eventing in Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. Collar and elbow, the wrestling brand.
Hi, I'm Barry Ratcliffe, and you might recognize me from the hit TV show Nash Bridges with my good lifelong friend Don Johnson. Now this baby, 0 to 60 in 2.2 seconds. That's faster than your mom, but you want to be more fast. You want to be more furious. OVWWrestlingNetwork.com is only $4.99 a month. This car costs $363,000. That's a savings at $4.99 of $747,000 and 37 seconds. You want to be more fast. You want to be more furious. Order today.
Hello and welcome back to OVW.
What is that? I mean, come on, man.
You did a Cajun
Mine was
thing.
so much better now, wasn't it, ladies and gentlemen?
I don't know about that. I'm trying to give international flair. You see, get a little bit of that, like,
I get it.
yeah, UK rub, getting back in the kingdom.
Yeah, we should kill
We're
it,
gonna, we're gonna go ahead and Brexit on out of that. Sorry about that. Look, guys, we hope you enjoyed your break. We've enjoyed ours, but we have a fantastic show coming up for you, and we just had a fantastic show earlier this week. By fantastic, I mean insane. It was absolutely insane. We started out on a high note, and it did not drop. We started out with Randall Floyd literally dragging the carcass of Ashton Cove out here and just blaming Dustin.
Now, I usually I admonish people who use the term literally. Anyways, it wasn't literally his carcass, but that's neither here nor there. His seemingly lifeless body dragged out here by Randall Floyd to kick off the show. And he did nothing but just run him from pillar to post, destroyed the poor kid. And you got to think, Dustin Jackson has got to feel a little bit of this is on him.
Well, this is just months of frustration that's built up inside of Randall. We saw Randall, handcuff Dustin to the bottom rope to make sure that he won that last man standing match. Embarrass Dustin, so then you see Dustin come back and try to embarrass Randall by costing him his spot in the Nightmare Rumble by helping Cove win that match.
Sure.
And then, Randall thinks he gets that one up by, saying, let's have a tag match. Why don't you make your partner Ashton Cove, Dustin? Thinking he's stacking the card, and he puts Steve Michaels in his corner, the Chicago Bearhug, Chicago Giant. Why wouldn't Randall think he had the upper hand?
Right.
Gets embarrassed again. Cove gets the win over on him. And, I guess this is just Randall saying, I've had enough.
Now, Cove sometimes has been a victim of circumstance, but really it's been a wrong place, wrong time kind of scenario. You got to feel bad for the guy, but I mean, at the end of the day, you get in this business for things just like that.
Look, this just keeps getting more intense. It just keeps hitting up. Don't listen to us about it though. Take a look for yourself.
We're here to tell you about our brand new Twitter account, OVW Overdrive, Facebook page, me, Stephen Robert Johnson, him, Bryan Kennison, the show itself, OVW Overdrive.
Hello, Bryan. Hello, Stephen. You guys know Ashton, huh? This is Ashton Cove. I want everybody to know what I'm about to do out there to Ashton. This is all your fault, Dustin Jackson. You're responsible for all this.
Out. The guy coming to the ring right now, Ashton,
He just fell out of the curtain. Hold on a second.
I was starting to say that Ashton Cove is riding a victory wave, 2-0 against Randall Floyd. And clearly Floyd, the Hammer, is incensed about that win streak.
He's hammering Ashton Cove around the ring.
You are responsible, buddy, for every last thing that I've done tonight inside this ring. But Dustin Jackson, I have only just begun.
He doesn't want him just to not wrestle again. He doesn't want him to walk again. No, not that.
We need to get some help out here, some security. Can we get more officials finally?
Gonna wedge the head of Ashton Cove.
Stop this man.
There's Dustin. That's OVW security.
Put bodies between Floyd and Cove.
I am taking him out.
The Bro God, Dustin Jackson's here, and he came with backup, Doc.
Got that chair. Got Floyd right out of that ring.
And it's not safe for
This is
anyone.
what you
now.
want to do? You want to try to end my friend's career? Well, how about next week I try to end yours? Me and you in a street fight next week live on OV. Yeah, get out. What you gonna do?
Street fight.
That's not safe for anyone, Doc.
So like we said, Tuesday was a crazy show, and it wasn't just the beginning between Randall and Ashton Cove. Later on in the night, we saw Amon with Miss Marvelous, or I guess, can't really...
Misery Marvelous is what she's going by nowadays.
Just a darkness in this woman now. We saw Mr. Marvelous come out to try to save the day, to no avail.
Underhanded tactics. She goes, she draws Mr. Marvelous in, hits him with the low blow. Amon turns around, takes advantage of the situation, as he is wont to do.
You have to imagine this whole situation has Mr. Marvelous feeling a little low.
A little less than marvelous.
You know what? That was better than my joke. That was better. Look, we're going to try to work out some better banter. Go ahead and check it out for yourselves.
Please welcome the most beautiful, the most wonderful, the most marvelous woman in all the land, Misery Marvelous.
Misery Marvelous? Ms. Marvelous has a new name, and it is Misery? How did he do it? How did Satan's favorite sinner get Melvin's fiance under his spell? She's not even there, Doc. It's like she's in a trance. It's like she's in a whole nother world. Ms. Marvelous was all muscles and smiles. And now it's turned to misery.
Like a zombie. It's this about Melvin. He is not the kind of guy to just stand aside and let his wife be possessed like that. And there he is.
Melvin's here. Melvin's here. Maximus with a hard right to jack the jaw of Amon.
Mr. Marvelous took care of business and in short order.
Oh, wait a minute. Did
I hear Miss Marvelous yelling, what's happening?
Donna's broken free here? Wait, no. Oh!
What just happened?
She goaded Melvin in, and Melvin went STH, straight to hell.
She might be your girl, but she will become my bride.
The night was not over there. Not only were Misery Marvelous, Amon, and Mr. Marvelous in action, we also had the Four Corners Tag Team main event between Justin Smooth and Tony Gunn, the Legacy of Brutality, the Tag Team Champions, Corey Storm and Dimes, and King's Ransom, the former champs themselves.
Now that is a main event in any arena in the country on any given night. Like, we stacked the card on that one and it didn't disappoint. A couple key things coming out of that one. We see Tony still not wanting to really confront Maximus Khan, still running from him. You'll see that a little bit later when we show you the clip. But we also saw Justin Smooth get that upset win at the end whenever Cashflow and Leonis distracted each other and allowed him to get the upper hand. But again, don't listen to this Creole and this British guy. Check it out for yourself.
Arena OVW Television on the air live. We've taken our last commercial break, ladies and gentlemen, and we are out on the air till 9 o'clock. If this Four Corners Tag Team main event does not wrap up before our television time allowed it, go to our OVW YouTube page where this event is also streaming live. Gilbert Corsi at ringside alongside Shannon the Dude, and this one's been chaotic, Shannon.
That's right, #1 commentator Shannon the Dude and World Heavyweight Radio Champion. This has been absolutely crazy. This may go on all night, so you might want to go ahead and go to the YouTube page just to be for sure. You never know what's going to happen.
And notice that Tony Gunn, who has picked his moments to strike in this match, now has no allies when he's trying to get out. And his biggest problem, Maximus Khan, who's been waiting to get his hands on the self-professed best wrestler here. Maximus is getting him some of
My
Gunn.
gosh, if I'm Tony Gunn, I'm trying to get out of there right now, and I think that's where he's going.
This is Dimes and Storm, King's Ransom, LOB versus Tony Gunn and the Trinidad Titan.
This has been one crazy match.
Remember last week when it was Maximus and Gunn just let himself get counted out? He wants nothing to do with this half of King's Ransom.
Absolutely. Hey, you know, if it's not a big enough match for you, sometimes it's better just to go home.
Oh my! Gunn may have lost a tooth. It may be in the Raptors.
I think he's heading for higher ground again.
What is he doing up here?
He's doing his job. He's managing.
Just enough to distract.
Boomstick.
Not enough to disqualify. And that opened a window of opportunity for Jay Bradley that Jay leaped through. Twister kick.
Jay is taking a beating in there. But if anybody can do it, it's Jay Bradley.
But the big man's still on his feet. Oh! Whiplash. Boomstick. Good night, Storm.
He is sweeping up out here. Boomstick after boomstick. Oh, no!
Spear! Again, our closing seconds on the air here, ladies and gentlemen. If we go off on broadcast television, you can catch us on YouTube.
Oh,
another spear! Leonis on the Titan.
Here comes Cash Flow. Can he take advantage?
Remember, it's going to be a three-way dance with these three men.
Well, now it's a two-way dance. There goes Leonis. Look out! There's a roll-up.
The Titan's got Cash Flow on his back. And LOB wins it.
Again, I know I said it earlier, but again, a main event in any arena in the country on any given night. Absolutely fantastic, and you're welcome.
Action on top of action on top of action. That's what we do here at OVW, and we've got plenty more coming up for you later on in the show.
But stick around after the break. We're going to go straight to ringside with Man, Beast, and Bruce to watch Luscious Lawrence and Tony Bizo in a very attractive match.
I can't wait.
They're so good looking.
OVW is bringing back a Louisville tradition, wrestling on Tuesday nights. See all your favorite OVW stars on WBNA 21, bringing back the tradition of Tuesday night wrestling in Louisville, Kentucky. Don't miss a single episode each Tuesday at 8 p.m. on WBNA. Join us as we bring back the Tuesday night wrestling tradition with Ohio Valley Wrestling on WBNA 21.
Personal Fitness and Rehabilitation is the official training and medical partner for Ohio Valley Wrestling. Personal Fitness and Rehabilitation is designed to help manage spine, hip, and knee pain both before and after surgery. Personal Fitness and Rehabilitation will ensure that you reach and maintain your lifestyle and fitness goals. Get back in the game of life. Call 502-875-4737 for an appointment now, or visit www.pfrhealth.com to learn more. Your life, your health, better.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Overdrive. Bruce Snyder, Dr. Ted Naylor, and the Luscious one, Luscious Lawrence. Doc coming out, and the Luscious one has been on he's been on a winning streak of late.
Luscious Lawrence, he says he comes from the Playboy Mansion by way of Thunder Island. I'm not sure really what that exactly means, but I do know that he carries his own brand of machismo every time he comes to the ring.
You know what else he carries? His own brand of mirror.
And a fanny pack.
Yeah, good point.
Which I will say I'm a big fan of. As you know, I am a big fanny pack enthusiast.
Oh, I thought you were a fan of his mirror. I was going to say, if you want me, I can try and get it if you want to use it.
I don't know. I'm not into having pink fuzzy borders around my mirror and hearts and glitter. Looks like he went a little crazy on the bedazzler.
All right, Tony Bizo, the man who has been teaming a lot with AJZ, but even in individual competitions has been red hot. We should tell everybody it wasn't that long ago when Bizo seriously injured his knee and was on the shelf for a while. He's come back, Doc, 150%.
That's right, and here this is a battle of two of the biggest OVW newcomers we have. Tremendous upside in Luscious Lawrence and Tony Bizo. Mark my words, one of, if not both of these men have great things coming in their career.
I want to tap into your medical knowledge, okay? We hear all the time about knee injuries in football and basketball and here in wrestling. How hard is it to come back? I know there's different levels and severities. How hard is it to come back from a knee injury?
It is extremely difficult, and let me tell you this, something you may not realize, Bruce, is while certainly it's a very physical condition, you have to do a lot of physical work to rehab and get back to 100%, but the biggest battle is the mental game, Bruce, and let me tell you.
What do you mean by that?
Look at it can psychologically mess with you, knowing that you have an injury, but I look at Tony Bizo's eyes, and that is a man that is not going to let an injury linger and let it affect him.
You bring up an excellent point. So if he's in trouble in the ring, he knows he's already faced tough competition in a knee rehab. Oh, and what is this?
Luscious Lawrence calling for a
hairbrush?
What?
And getting it from our ring announcer.
I mean, he does have very, very curly locks, but now is not the time to
you notice
hairdress?
Notice how Tony Bizo is almost smiling at it. I don't think he's going to let himself get psyched out. And I got to give the Lawrence, the Luscious one, credit, using some psychological warfare to try and get to Bizo. Now it's getting to Bizo a little bit.
Luscious Lawrence, is he trying to beautify himself during the match? This isn't a beauty contest, it's a wrestling match. Come on.
The referee says, wrestle. And Lawrence goes on up with him, and Bizo says, I can match you. Are they going to have a pose off? I don't know how smart this is. He's turned his back to Lawrence.
Looks like it's starting to get heated here. Sounds like the fans have made their choice. The Davis Arena faithful, if you will. They're picking Tony Bizo.
And that's what I said. He turned his back on the Luscious one, and Lawrence taking advantage and now slamming Bizo's head in.
Never turn your back on your opponents, especially here at OVW.
And that's that lack of experience you were talking about, these newcomers. I mean, that's a lesson, hopefully, that Bizo learns and doesn't make the same mistake, Doc.
That's right. What was that?
Trying
to wake up the glutes, I guess.
I don't know. The Luscious one with all sorts of
Big
psychological
power
warfare.
slam.
There you go. And that might have done it, but absolutely.
No hook of the leg. He's lucky Tony Bizo didn't try to roll him up right there.
Lawrence again with the psychological warfare. Bizo, like you said, easily getting out of that. And if Bizo had been thinking, he could have reversed that. Now he's got the legs in the ring. But the referee, on the ring ropes.
Referee, good position there to catch it.
Lawrence still with the advantage. Bizo trying to fight his way out.
Big Samoan drop by Tony Bizo. Will that be enough?
I wonder if that did as much damage to Bizo. You know, you have a high impact, high risk maneuver like the Samoan drop. Sometimes it can mess you up almost worse than your opponent.
Well, maybe, but not for that man, Tony Bizo. He just stepped right up out of it.
Good point. He's got him up.
Big spine
Slams
buster.
him down. And now Bizo's had it, shaking the ring in frustration.
He's Bizoing up.
Using that strength.
Uh-oh.
Misses. Lawrence. Nice maneuver. Legs
Hold on
on
a second. Oh, come on.
Your winner, Luscious Lawrence.
Doc, I absolutely do not agree with the tactics, but you have to give him credit. You steal a win any way you can, must be his motto, and he stole one.
Either way, I still say Tony Bizo may not have gotten the Duke tonight. He still has a bright future, but it looks like Luscious Lawrence is on his way up.
He is climbing the rankings. This big victory puts him that much higher.
Well, don't you dare go away. Ladies and gentlemen, we have fatal four-way action coming up in your Overdrive main event.
All right, yeah, just think Bizo. Think Bizo. You're going to get so big, Zo.
If I'm ever going to be big and
That's a person.
Like Tony Bizo.
Oh, so strong.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Oh, hey, sorry, guys. We're pumping some iron. We're trying to get those Bizo biceps. But, you know, I hope you enjoyed the match. Fantastic competition between two handsome competitors.
Oh, I'm going to hurt myself.
Yeah, no, just take a breath, man. Take a breather.
I'll be right back.
All right, we're going to let Steve catch his breath, and I'm just, by proxy, I'm also very tired now, so maybe I'll take a quick nap. When we come back, have a sit-down interview with the hard-hearted Hispanic and two-time television champion, Drew Hernandez. Stick around.
I think I broke my arm.
Yeah, you look like you're bleeding.
Have you ever had the dream of being a part of professional wrestling or sports entertainment? Take action and make that dream a reality and attend the world-famous Harvard of Pro Wrestling, Ohio Valley Wrestling, the birthplace of legends such as John Cena, Batista, Brock Lesnar, Cody Rhodes, The Miz, and many, many more. Will you be the next name to be added to that impressive list? Go to ASWA Live now for more information. Learn the right way.
Want more bang for your buck? Well, so do I. at OVWWrestlingNetwork.com. It's only $4.99 a month. In between excitement, me too! OVWWrestlingNetwork.com is only $4.99 a month. You get that incredible value. She cost me $17 million and I loved it. Want a real value? OVWWrestlingNetwork.com. It's only $4.99. That's a price so low. Well, it's insane.
There's nothing like OVW Live. The Saturday night specials back at Davis Arena February the 1st. 4 big title matches, including the triple threat for the OVW Heavyweight Championship. Saturday, February 8th, Campbellsville, Kentucky. We're at the National Guard Armory, 1503 East Broadway Street, bell time 7 in Campbellsville. And we're back across the river in Austin, Indiana. February the 15th, Jennings Township Fire Department on West Main. Doors open at 6:30, bell time 7 o'clock in Austin. Do not miss OVW when it comes to you live.
Welcome back to OVW Overdrive. Please welcome my guest at this time, former television champion and the hard-hearted Hispanic, Drew Hernandez. Drew, thank you so much.
Former two-time television champion. Don't cut me short there.
I apologize. I should have went over my info sheet a little more. That's my bad. I'm sorry, Mr. Hernandez, but thank you so much.
Just get it right this time.
Two-time television champion,
Thank
Drew
you.
Hernandez.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. We've been trying to get you here for a while. I'm sorry I called so many times.
I know. I was ignoring those calls. I got all of them.
I know. I heard. That's fine, though. Look, Drew, you are a stalwart here at OVW. You've been here over 3 years. You're one of the top superstars in the company. What does it mean to you to be so important in an organization that's one of the most historic in the world?
Well, right now it feels good, but it definitely didn't start off like that. I had a chip on my shoulder, and I had a lot to prove, and I wasn't afraid to go to extremes to get there.
We saw that. We saw some low blows in your past. We've seen some sketchy behavior, if you will. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. But we've seen a change in attitude lately. What happened?
Well, like you said, I've been here for 3 years. I wasn't always the superstar that I am right now. Before I was sitting back there, I was selling concessions. Nobody even knew who I was. And I finally got the chance and the last year's February SNS to go one-on-one with Smooth, and I had something to prove. He was a big name. Everybody loved him, and I wanted to show everybody that with the snap of my fingers, I can instantly bring him to his knees, and I did that. Yeah, it may have been with a low blow, but I still had that up on him, and I proved myself that I was the better man, and I was a smarter man, and I'll always outsmart.
I'm glad you brought that up. You are one of the few OVW superstars who can claim a pinfall victory over current OVW heavyweight champion Justin Smooth, but recently you've had issues with former OVW heavyweight champion Tony Gunn.
Yeah, well, those victories over Smooth, they didn't come out of nowhere. At that point in time, he was the television champion, and if you look back at the lineage, you can Google it, how many people have held that belt. And that was the belt that I chose. I was gonna make my name for it. I was gonna put my foot down and say that I am a superstar because I can claim that belt no matter what. And you know, I went through 38 of those gauntlets. 38 of them.
38, that's a lot of wear and tear on your body.
Yeah, I lost some, but I won a lot of them. I had 2 title reigns within those 38 gauntlets, and I didn't complain once when I lost the gauntlet or when I lost the belt. Okay, I lost it once to Rhino, but
who can complain about that? The man beast is a force to be reckoned with. But I will say, incredible performance against him.
I mean, we can go there another time. I want a rematch on that one, but back to what Tony Gunn did. He was in what, maybe 2 or 3 gauntlets. Again, I was in 38, and he wants to complain and whine when he got upset and AJZ beat him for that title. He wants to complain, and he's entitled. And I said this before, he's an entitled douchebag, and he was crying and acting like a little when he threw the belt off the bridge.
You can't say that, man.
I can say whatever I want, okay? You called me all those times to interview me. I'm gonna tell you the truth, okay? He cried and he complained like a little. He threw the belt off the bridge, and he on all of my accomplishments, my 38 gauntlets. I was in the ring with Rhino I had to defend it against, Chavo Guerrero Jr., okay? 52 other superstars in those 38 gauntlets, okay? My anger towards Tony Gunn goes deeper than television title. He disrespected the lineage of that title, and he disrespected me and all of my hard work that I put in to go and claim that title twice.
Now, let's maybe turn to something a little lighter. As I can tell, I've upset you a little bit, and I do apologize. But Drew, as you mentioned, you are a 2-time OVW television champion, and also, because I've known you for a little bit, you are very proud of your Hispanic lineage. What did it mean to you to be able to take that title back and win it for your people?
It feels good. I feel like there's not too many superstars now who are of the Hispanic lineage who are at the top of their respective companies, and I feel at that point of time I was. Besides me and the heavyweight champion, I was at the top of the company with the television title around my waist, and I would do anything, and I did do anything to maintain that title and to win it over and over again.
Well, speaking of winning titles, if you can beat Tony Gunn in a match soon and maybe put some closure to this, I have to imagine that puts you in running for an
Honestly,
OVW.
I don't want to beat Tony Gunn in a match. I just want to punch him in the mouth a couple of times.
Well, if that, punch in the mouth a couple of times leads to a pinfall victory, you could be in line for an OVW Heavyweight Championship match. As a long-term OVW competitor, what would that mean to you to finally get that chance?
I feel like it'd be closure to a story that I started last year when I faced Smooth at the February SNS. A lot of people don't realize this, but I am the only person on the roster to successfully beat Smooth and strip him of any title.
Yeah, I wasn't even aware of that.
Yeah,
that wasn't
he was a TV title before I was. And then I got in the ring with him, and I outsmarted him like I always have.
Well, Drew, then I guess one question remains. What's in the future for Drew Hernandez?
I hate to sound cliche, but by the end of 2020, you can definitely see the OVW heavyweight title around my waist. And I know you're going to do a bunch of other interviews with other people, and they're going to say the same thing. But the difference is I actually believe it, and it's actually going to happen.
Drew, if I'm being honest, I think you maybe made a little bit of a believer out of me. I mean, you're terrifying in the ring. The powerbomb's one of the deadliest moves here in OVW. I can see it happening. And you look good in gold.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Once again, Drew, thank you so much for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, the hard-hearted Hispanic, Drew Hernandez.
OVW is bringing back a Louisville tradition, wrestling on Tuesday nights. See all your favorite OVW stars on WBNA 21, bringing back the tradition of Tuesday night wrestling in Louisville, Kentucky. Don't miss a single episode each Tuesday at 8 p.m. on WBNA. Join us as we bring back the Tuesday night wrestling tradition with Ohio Valley Wrestling on WBNA 21.
It doesn't matter if you've loved a day in your life. Within 4 to 6 weeks, we're gonna teach you how to weld.
Why are we doing?
What's wrong with that?
You know what? It's fine. I thought I made him mad there for a minute. I kind of Hispanicked at the disco. It's a panic at the disco joke. I'm trying to be timely with the kids. Anyway, speaking of timely with the kids, there's no time like the present for the OVW Overdrive main event. And boy howdy. There you
go. From the diaphragm.
It's a molasses thing. But heck of a main event. Rush division action. Fatal four-way. D'Mone Solavino, William Lutz, Chace, and my personal favorite, Dusty Gold. Check it out.
The following contest is a fatal four-way match. Introducing first to the ring, he is the standard, Dusty Gold.
All right, back here on Overdrive, Bruce Snyder and Dr. Ted McNailer. And where else are you going to get a fatal four-way here on your own TV? Hope you're having a good Saturday morning, everybody. The standard, Dusty Gold. A relative newcomer here in OVW, but a man with a very impressive physique flips on into the ring. And there you go. And the fans seem to be taking to him. All right, in gold.
Introducing the next competitor, he is the Nephilim, D'Mone Solavino.
The Nephilim, part angel, part human. 100% tough. Once again, a fatal four-way 4 in the ring. It's gonna be crazy. There's the Nephilim. And sometimes people underestimate the ability of this fine young athlete. He is double tough. Want to remind you, Overdrive every Saturday morning right here on WBNA, Channel 21 in Louisville.
Introducing the next competitor, William Lutz.
Oh, here's a competitor who is unorthodox. Sometimes he doesn't know whether he's coming and going. We don't know if he's coming or going, but William Lutz, a former tag team champion, a former TV champion. He just uses these psychological tactics.
And the final competitor representing
advantage.
the team of Chace and Nigel, this is Chace.
And here's Chace. Chace sort of had a new outlook on life. Very, very preppy. In with, this time he's got the, looks like he's got the racquetball mallet, Doc, and where else except here on Overdrive are you going to have a fatal four-way? This is amazing.
This should be high-flying, hard-hitting action, Bruce. I can't wait.
A good point. None of these guys are super heavyweights, and all of them can move. Good luck to us trying to call this action.
That's right. We'll do the best we can, folks. And this contest is underway.
Oh, and Chace is inviting everybody to leave, and they all invite him to take a triple drop kick.
Well, and that was Chace, ladies and gentlemen, of Chace and Nigel. As we see Lutz now throwing the Nephilim into Dusty Gold, the standard. Whoa!
And all of a sudden, Gold, and it's a series of rolling reverses.
Uh-oh.
And this is
almost too quick to call.
Well, what we're saying is
Nicely done.
It shows the skill that all of these guys have.
Wow. Every one of these competitors wants to win. Up, Chace.
Chace finally has got, who's he got? He's got your man, William Lutz.
The crazed hyena of OVW.
Meanwhile, in the ring, Gold and the Nephilim.
Let me tell you, this kid, Dusty Gold, he had a non-televised match of the Nightmare Rumble, and what an impression this kid made. What athleticism. What hard-hitting forearms here. Throws off D'Mone.
The Nephilim able to keep from going over, well, for a little bit, and then he takes a hard tumble. Meanwhile, on the outside, well, D'Mone comes right back up, and now Gold!
Watch out! Good golly, Miss Molly. Dusty Gold just put his life on the line.
And
the
fans love what they see, giving Dusty Gold a huge ovation.
Have you ever had the dream of being a part of professional wrestling or sports entertainment? Take action and make that dream a reality and attend the world-famous Harvard of Pro Wrestling, Ohio Valley Wrestling, the birthplace of legends such as John Cena, Batista, Brock Lesnar, Cody Rhodes, The Miz, and many, many more. Will you be the next name to be added to that impressive list? Go to ASWA Live now for more information. Learn the right way.
Hi, my name is Barry Ratcliffe. You might recognize me from such films as The Longest Ride or Ted 2. Now, as a successful actor, I have 2 planes, a supermodel wife, countless exotic cars, and a ton of cash. You might think, couldn't get any better than this, but you'd be wrong. For only $4.99, you can get OVW Wrestling Network.com. That's OVW Wrestling Network.com for only $4.99. Now, will your life be as good as this? No. Will it be better? Yes, and I guarantee that. That's not valid anywhere. OVW Wrestling Network.com is only $4.99. Tomorrow's yesterday is today. Prices so low, they're insane.
And notice how Gold using those legal forearms. The Nephilim throwing them off, and Gold countering. boy, he just has
moonsault,
a variety in his arsenal. And you know what? We almost forgot about Chace. And he said, don't forget about me. Because he can certainly take care of business. I don't know how easy it is to wrestle in a formal shirt, though.
I can tell you, it's not easy at all, but Chace, either way, has to show off his brand, his style, if you will.
And Lutz catching Chace from behind, and now Lutz reversed by Chace off the ropes.
I tell you, William Lutz, don't ever count him out. What he lacks in finesse, he makes up for in fury.
But Lutz getting a low blow and flipped over by D'Mone. The Nephilim. Super strong.
Uh-oh. Is he going for maybe a vertebrae?
He's got, is he going to submit? He's actually saved by Gold. And now Gold has him up in a inverted fireman's carry, rolling him over. Off the ropes. And now has... So we should explain to people, there are no partners in this. You want to keep someone from getting pinned.
That's right.
So you're going to see all sorts of alliances. And the crazed hyena. You were saying last time we talked, he wants to make 2020 his year.
That's right, and I guarantee you each of these four men want to make this year their year. They are wanting to be the breakout star of 2020.
And thanks to our Rush division.
Hold on, Fisherman suplex.
1, 2, broken up. Thanks to our Rush division, competitors like this now have an avenue to do their thing, to compete in.
This is the kind of action you can expect in the Rush division.
I mean, let's give it up for OVW. We've got the super heavyweights, but we've also got guys that can really move in the ring. And you've seen some excellent scientific knowledge.
That's right. We have the very best that are here trying to lay claim to their legacy. Hold on.
And the hyena now broken up by the Nephilim. And the standard, I mean, pretty much everyone has their own moniker, huh?
Certainly so. But the question is, what does one have to do to win this match?
That could have knocked a tooth loose. But again, it wasn't a fist, it was a legal forearm. Meanwhile, in the ring, we have Lutz and Chace. Our referee doing an excellent job of keeping some semblance of order. Lutz now going after D'Mone and Gold.
Do here.
I'm not quite sure.
Oh my
flip.
God!
And Lutz almost caught his head on the edge of the...
That's why he's the crazed hyena.
And he just... Did you just see the face he made to you? He is crazy.
He's a wild man, that's for sure.
Crazy as a hyena.
Uh-oh.
Lutz might have... No, I thought maybe Lutz hurt his knee, but maybe it was part of his psychological warfare, as we like to say. And now he's got Chace up. And Chace comes down hard, and that could be it. Lutz.
Lutz driver 98. What's he going for now?
Going up high.
Lutz salt.
And Lutz, 1, 2, 3.
He did it. He did it. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by pinfall, William Lutz.
Doc, I have to give you credit. You've been telling people for weeks, watch out for William Lutz. There's something about him that you just think registers, and you know what? He was able to put it all together tonight.
I am excited,
this morning.
Bruce. I'm not going to sleep tonight. William Lutz is your winner in this fatal four-way match. Will 2020 be the breakout year for that young man? Time will tell. But I can tell you this much: what a great match it was. Don't you dare miss next week. We'll be back for more OVW Overdrive. So for my broadcast colleague, Mr. BS Bruce Snyder.
That's right.
I am Dr. Mamby's Ted McNailer, and we'll see you next week on Overdrive.
incredible Rush Division action. Am I right?
And nonstop. It's from bell to bell. The minute it rings till the minute the third slap on the mat, nonstop action. And those four guys brought it tonight.
Man, just watching that division makes me sweat. Just watching them work just makes me perspire.
It doesn't take much to make you sweat. It's not saying much. I mean, granted, yes, there's a lot of action, but this guy sweats at the drop. He's sweating right now.
I'm so sweaty. It's disgusting.
It's
I sweat opening a peanut butter jar that's already been opened. There's not even a seal on it, but it's fine. Look, that's not important. What is important is OVW. Television this week was just absolutely insane. Again, we saw Randall Floyd absolutely decimating Ashton Cove. We saw Tony Gunn running from Maximus Khan. We saw Amon furthering his deep control.
With Misery Marvelous.
Misery Marvelous. Just, it's a weird name and it's a weird situation.
Doesn't roll off the tongue, but we'll get there.
And we saw Justin Smooth get one up on not only one #1 contender, but two #1 contenders. You got to wonder, is Dean Hill's plan backfiring?
It's what he does. It's Justin Smooth is always looking out for Justin Smooth #1. He found another opportunity last week.
But look, all of these roads lead to the same place. That is February 1st, OVW Saturday Night Special Breakout. We already have 3 confirmed matches. Again, Justin Smooth in the 3-way dance with Cashflow and Leonis Khan. We're also going to see Corey Storm in action.
Corey Storm's pulling double duty, which is what's going to happen when you're a 2-time champ. He'll be defending the Rush Division Championship in a rematch against Mr. Zero Gravity himself, AJ Daniels. And then on top of that, him and his partner Dimes are in tag team action as well.
Defending their OVW Heavyweight Championships against the Legacy of Brutality, former champions, and again, like we said earlier, more focused than ever, more dangerous than ever. You're not going to want to miss it. We're not quite done. This coming Tuesday, February 25th, Ray Lee makes her big debut.
Ray Lynn, man.
Ray Lynn? And it's not a debut either. Ray Lynn makes her big return home to OVW for the first time in 3 years to face Callie Young for the #1 contendership for the OVW Women's Championship.
And then they will get to take that opportunity. And I don't want to say that they're going to get destroyed, but I mean, Max the Impaler has been on a run unlike anything that we've seen in the women's division in quite some time. And either of these ladies, they get the opportunity. They're going to be game. I get that, but you can only be game so much before the monster just chops you down.
Hey, we've seen David and Goliath before. Maybe Ray Lynn plays David in this scenario. We will find out. But just a few short weeks after that, 2 back-to-back huge shows. OVW and Impact Wrestling are teaming up for 2 back-to-back amazing shows. First one in Lexington on February 21st at the Lexington Ice Center. It is OVW and Impact Outbreak. Hope you got your shots, because that show's going to be sick. Then I stay behind that joke. February 22nd, we're coming home to Davis Arena. OVW and Impact Wrestling present Sacrifice.
Now, sacrifice your kids, sacrifice your family, sacrifice whatever you need to do. Get your tickets at ovwrestling.com and come join us here for the action.
You know what? We're going to go ahead and get out of here. I'm going to go and get mine now. And have a great day, guys. How do we get
What do you mean, get your ticket? You don't get free tickets?
I've been paying for parking, man.
Well, I am dating Dean Hill's daughter, so that might have something to do with it.
He doesn't have a daughter. He has a son.
I have a lot of